Hello everybody, we are back here today at the new lesson. We're going to be looking at KCL in this lecture, in this video. We have focused on KVL in the last video. We're going to focus on KCL at this video. We have we have a circuit in front of us. We have some controlled sources. We have some constant sources. We've got resistance. Calculate V0 in the following circuit. So we need to find V0, V0. For V0, it is the voltage across the 3 ohm resistor over here. So this voltage is called V0. And this controlled voltage source is 2 times the value of V0. So to find that, we're going to use KCL at this node in the middle, V1. So by using KCL states that the voltages at the currents entering the node equals to the current leaving that node. So assigning I1 entering entering the node V1, I2 entering V1, I3 leaving it, we can conclude an equation that says I1 plus I2 equals to I3. Since these are the voltages entering, these are the currents entering the node. This is the current leaving it. So we can also take this I3 to this other side, to the other side. Once we do so, we're going to have I1 plus I2 minus I3 equals to 0. From that equation we have just built up, we can conclude that this is I1, this is I2, this is I3, as stated down here in the equations. Where do we get that from? For KCL, we need to write everything in terms of currents. So V equals to I times R. We know this triangle. From this, we can either write the current value if known, or instead of that, we can represent the current as voltage over resistance. So V over R. So we are either going to write value as I or as V over R, which is equal to I, since all the equation needs to be in terms of currents. So moving on to this part of the question, we're going to represent I1, I2, and I3 currents in terms of voltages over resistance. For the first part, looking at I1, this representation, where do we get it from? This point has 12 voltage potential. This point is V1, which is unknown, and the resistance between these two nodes is 3 ohms. So we're gonna, if we have a resistance, we have a point V0, we have a point V1, we have a current passing through this resistor called I. Then that I is equal to the voltage before the current entered and minus the voltage after the current leaves that node over the resistance of that, the resistance between these nodes. So the resistance between these nodes is R, and then V0 is the initial, V1 is the final point, and R is the resistance across them, between them. So this is the equation to find I, and we have used that in the following equation over here. As you can see, 12 is the potential here, minus V1, since V1 is unknown, over 3. This is I1. And then looking at the other part of the equation for I2. I2, we need to make sure the direction of I2 is correct, because according to that we're making the equations. So I2 is starting from here, moving all the way to the left side. So we get the initial point, which is this one. So this is going to be 2V0 minus V1 all over 6. This is the initial point, which is 2V0. This is the final point, which is V1 all over 6. So once we get that, notation for I2. We are done with that. From the equation, we have minus I3. So I'm going to keep the minus sign and the negative sign. I'm going to check I3. What is I3? It's in the initial point V1. And the final point is what? Can we have a look at this? It's coming from V1. So you stated V1. This is grounded. So it's 0. So instead of writing V1 minus 0 over 8, which is the resistance between them, I'm just going to type V1 over 8. And that is going to be our value for V3, for I3, sorry, all equal to 0. From this, we can state that the relation, we can make another equation actually for V naught. What is V naught here? It is this point minus this point over and I1 is this point minus this point over R. So if we need to find V, then the voltage difference between this point and this point is just V0. So this point is the higher potential point, which is 12. This is a lower potential point, which is V1, because current moved from higher to lower potential. This has to be more than that, so the current would move in this direction. So 12 minus V1 is equal to V naught, which is the case here. We just wrote that. So once we have these two equations with two unknowns, we're going to replace all V0s, V naughts with 12 minus V1, as you can see here. We're replacing them. Minus V1 minus V1. We have this whole equation in terms of V1. We just multiply them out. Once we do so, I think we multiplied by 20. Was it 24? I think we multiplied it by 24. When we multiply it by 24, it's gonna be a common multiple of 3, 6, and 8. And you're gonna cancel these. If we multiply all by 24, we are gonna have this equation, one unknown. It's gonna conclude to this. V1 is equal to that much. From that, we got from the relation between both, we have two equations here, one here, two. From that relation, V0 equals to 12 minus V1, we can get this equation solved, as we found the value of V1. So we replace the value of V1 here, find the value of V0. We have concluded our question, and the answer is true. I hope you guys understood everything I have explained. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be proud and happy to answer your questions. Thank you for listening.